That's pretty good. Edit the shit out of this one. Where am I going to be? I'll be right there in front of it. Hello, Drywall Magazine. Going to do a review video today. I'm going to review something that a lot of people might not use in this trade anymore, but here we are. We're going to review the Stiletto Drywall Hatchet. I've already heard a lot of these hangers tell me, "Hey Dave, nails are outdated." Okay. Maybe for your area, because you haven't learned how the world works regionally yet, but you'll get there. Oh, you'll get there. So yeah, Stiletto Drywall Hatchet. Probably one of the most useful things in my tool bags that I will not go on any job without. And it's not just about pounding nails. It's not a hammer. If you want a hammer, go buy you a 24-ounce Milwaukee, because those are better. The framing hammers, those are great hammers. That's an awesome hammer. This ain't a hammer. This is a hatchet. A lot of useful things for this thing. And I want to say a lot of things that might hurt some people's feelings, or you might not agree with, and that's fine. I'm not here to agree with you or make you comfortable. I'm here to review a tool. So here we go. I think the most standalone thing about this tool, the single most thing, is its appearance. I mean, it does not look like what you would think a drywall hatchet should look like. I have an example over here. This is my old Vaughn. I've had this Vaughn for like, a decade. Had to fix it a bunch of nails and screws up in there to keep head on. This is like the third or fourth handle. That's a little piece of, some dinosaur stuff there. That's an artifact. Now it's more home defense. It just stays here all the time. It's my assault hatchet. So, my review of the Stiletto, I mean, it's extremely light. It weighs half as much as my Vaughn did, which is helping with my elbow pain. I'm getting that tennis elbow nonsense that a lot of us do get. Maybe you don't. Well, I do. It hurts when you're doing that, or you're wiping tape. That same muscle gets used all the time, and it really hurts and it sucks. But there's so many other uses for your hatchet. You don't have to think, I'm just beating in nails. That's a very simple thought. And that's a lot of the thought I get out of a lot of these other guys that don't use nails. Well, I don't need a hammer. Well, I don't have a hammer. I don't have a motherfucking hammer. I have a hatchet. Yes, there is a little thing here to pull nails out with, so it kind of adds to the hammer thing, but they all have it. It is a necessity in our trade. If you don't think so, go try to pull a, 8-penny nail out by your bare hands. Because you can pull an 8-penny out with these. Nails, those nails that the electricians stick in to put their damn lights and cords and all that shit on. Everybody else, I don't see you doing that without this. You're going to have to run to your truck, waste time to go get you a claw hammer somewhere to try to fix this. And I've already fixed it and moved on to my next step. I'm not going to let you know until you get back. I'll let you know you wasted my time and your time and everybody else's time on the job site at this point. One cool thing about this hatchet is it's got this built-in rasp. So you just run it across your edge. Now, if you don't do the whole rip and then use your top rip with your bottom rip, don't take them apart. Do that thing to let them rasp themselves. Sometimes you can't do that with an angle cut. It's a good tool for it because it takes the turds off. Because drywall doesn't have to be hung perfectly. It does not. Freaking tape and all that goes over it. If you need to chop something out a little bit, you can chop something out a little bit. If you're not good at it, you probably are not a drywaller. When you're hanging, especially bottom sheets, say there's a electrical box. You just pull that sheet back, eyeball it, and you tack the sheet, and you look. I do too. I do one on both sides, so I know to stick my router in right in the middle. You're saving time with every motion you make. This saves time with every motion you make. If you don't have your kicker, whatever you guys call them, I call them a kicker. That's what I was taught on. If you don't have one, you got one right here. I hope. I wear steel-toed shoes, so I can just put this under the sheet, put my toe right here, push on this, and pick the sheet up. It's simple. If you need a sheet moved over, you stick this sucker between the sheet and the board, and you do that little number, and it moves it over. There's no fighting the drywall, because if you try to fight the drywall, it's going to kick your ass every single time. And you're going to go home tired. And there's so many uses for these. Say you're in your hanging, and you took your measurement about 4 feet down. Your sheet might fit 4 feet down, but up top, because of the framing, it might be pretty tight. So you go get you a 2x4. You have something to hit that 2x4 with, so you don't bust your drywall, so the tapers don't have to dig all that shit out and pre-fill it and do all this taping and extra work. And to me, the price of this hatchet, it's high. I'm not going to lie. But to be able to walk around with this hatchet, knowing that I could afford it, lets me know that I'm making enough money doing what I'm doing to buy what I want. And that's the part everybody misses. You guys want to go buy cheap tools? Buy cheap tools. Whatever. But if you get one of these, I'm telling you, if you get one of these, the blade stays so sharp. It's so light. The rubber grip all the way through. No calluses so far. Got calluses from the old Vaughn. I'm not going to brag about calluses. Why would I brag about doing stuff that makes my hand hurt? Why would I brag about doing stuff that makes my arm hurt? Why would I want to be the tough guy that says, hey, I'm doing this stuff just because I want it to be hard? Y'all sound like the hand finishers not wanting to use the automatic tools because you can't afford them because you ain't going fast enough. Yeah. the Stiletto hatchet is quite the phenomenal tool. And we get to walk around on the job site with a weapon. Think about that. Y'all have a good night, Drywall Magazine.